Hi guys, welcome back to Olubori TV, where we bring you the latest gist from all around the world and in and within Nigeria. If it's trending, if it's entertaining, if it's informating, trust us to give you the best of the best. And every time we have the job and we are in the field of keeping you updated in everything. In the later days of April 2025, a moment of deep reflection shook the spiritual world. The death of Pope Francis sent ripples throughout every continent on the face of the earth, every faith, every heart, and from Nigeria, a familiar faith made its way to Rome, not for politics, but for peace, for prayer, and for farewells. Peter Obi, who is the 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate and the messiah of Nigerians, because he's the one everybody's looking up to, he's the beloved figure in Nigeria's political landscape, because everywhere people will be like, no, nobody's trustworthy. But when it comes to Peter Obi, everybody's ready to defend him. Everybody loves him. He is loved and respected and honored by each and every of Nigerians. So he arrived in Rome to pay his final respects to Pope Francis at St. Peter's Basilica. He stood side by side with global dignitaries and religious leaders, including Nigeria's own Cardinal Arinze, united not by nationality at this time, but by loss. Obi's words were moving. It was drenched in admiration. In his words, he says, Pope Francis was more than a spiritual leader. He was a moral compass for the whole world and everyone in the whole world. He led not from a throne, but from among the people. And this is actually something that Pope Francis exactly has been known for. He has been known to be the humblest pope to have ever lived. Even up to his death, he left behind a legacy that is worthy of emulation. He said he doesn't want to be buried in the three coffins, he wants to be buried in just one coffin. He led not from a throne, but from among the people, where he was walking humbly with the poor, the broken, and the forgotten. He was walking between even among sinners, nobody is forgotten. He was preaching the gospel not only through his words, but also with his lifestyle. What a lot of people didn't know and were not aware of up until recently and up until the death of Pope Francis is that Peter Obi actually had a personal connection with the late Pope, because as a member of the Pope Scholar Occultative, a circle of intellectuals focused on ethical governance and truth. Peter Obi's worldview was shaped by the pontiff himself. He had a really close relationship with Pope Francis that just died. He recalled meeting him years ago, and he described the encounter he had with him as peaceful, divine, and unforgettable. It would be a great privilege to actually have met Pope Francis himself personally, not from afar, not just take pictures or do anything with him. He met with Pope Francis personally, and that's actually something that reflected on the kind of person Peter Obi is known to be. He's known to be godly, and I think that is why one of the reasons it had a great influence on his character as a person. And from the Vatican, Peter Obi sent a powerful message back home. In his words, he said, "Let us lead with conscience. Let us govern with love." The Pope's life is not just a symbol of what leadership should look like. It is also a challenge to all of us. In his words, though soft-spoken, they echoed like thunder through Africa's corridors of power. And this is to say, you don't have to be coerced, you don't have to be aggressive before you be able to govern people. And governing and government doesn't actually mean you have to be a terrorist among humans. It doesn't mean you have to strike terror almost every time. So he urged every African leader to lead with the fear of God, lead with humility in their mind, and lead with the spirit of calmness for the people. And as the news of Peter Obi's visit spread, Nigerians flooded social media with their different reactions. Some said, in the world, Peter Obi just proved again why he's different. He has a heart. This is something undeniable for the presidential candidate of Labour Party. Another person say the man respects faith, humanity, and legacy. This isn't just politics, this is actually leadership being displayed. And this is not something we need in Nigeria as a whole. And another person saying, this brought tears to my eyes. Rest in peace, Pope Francis. And thank you, Obi, for representing us with dignity. And another person say, nobody say you go chop rice for Rome. This man went to honor peace, respect. Like, people were applauding and singing the praises of who he is and how he's actually done this, not out of selfishness, not out of personal gain or anything. He just went there to pay respect for the Pope. Pope Francis preached unity in a world filled with division and war, and he also preached love in a time of hate. His death may have ended a chapter, but his legacy lives on forever. His legacy is something that will never be recovered from in a rush. And this is a man that not only preached it in his word, he also lived the lifestyle of humility, love, and unity among humans. This is somebody who dedicated his lifetime and his lifestyle and his existence all to humility and love and peace. And even to his death, he still preserved that legacy. And in churches, in communities, and yes, even in the heart of an African politician who dared to dream of a different kind of leadership, like Peter Obi. So his legacy is something that won't just be wiped away from the face of the earth in a rush at all. In closing, Peter Obi said, the Pope taught us that leadership is sacred. Leadership is not something you just pick up without any formal preparation. Leadership goes beyond what you just wake up and say, like, I want to be a leader. No, it doesn't work like that. Leadership is sacred and it's enclosed in sacrament, and that it must be rooted in justice, in humility, and in the love for humanity. I pray with living. And this is something about leadership. Leadership is not something it's not for you to serve yourself, and it's not for people to serve you. It's for you to serve the people. But unfortunately, in Africa, opposite is the case. Instead of the leaders serving us, we are the ones serving the leaders. From Rome to Nigeria, from power, politics, and the people to prayer. This was not just a visit, it was a message, a moment, and a memory. Thank you for watching Olubori TV. Don't forget to like, share, and tell us in the comment section. Do you believe leaders today still have a conscience? Let's get engaged with it in the comment section. Drop what you think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to tell your family members about Olubori TV. Thank you.